The world has just been shaken with heartbreaking news about Jermaine Jackson. For many people, it felt almost unbelievable when this tragic update was finally confirmed. Jermaine, the brother of the late Michael Jackson and a beloved figure in music history, has always been seen as a strong and steady presence. But this recent confirmation has left fans around the world speechless and in tears. The sadness that surrounds this news isn't just about a celebrity. It feels deeply personal because Jermaine has been part of people's lives for decades through his music, his story, and his family legacy. As the news spread, social media quickly became flooded with messages of shock and sorrow. Fans who grew up listening to the Jackson 5 or who followed Jermaine's solo career expressed how crushed they felt hearing about this tragedy. Some wrote heartfelt tributes, while others admitted that the news brought them to tears. It wasn't just about losing a star, it was about seeing a man who had given so much love, music, and energy to the world now going through something so painful. Jermaine Jackson has always carried a unique place in the history of music. As one of the original members of the legendary Jackson 5, he stood alongside his brothers and helped create songs that defined an entire generation. His voice, his charm, and his presence on stage were unforgettable. People remember not just the rhythm and energy he brought, but also the heart he put into every performance. Even when Michael rose to global stardom, Jermaine's contributions remained deeply respected, and his role in shaping the group's sound was undeniable. Beyond his years with the Jackson 5, Jermaine also built his own path. He released solo albums, gave powerful performances, and showed the world that his talent extended far beyond the shadow of fame. Songs like Do What You Do and Let's Get Serious proved that he had his own style and his own message to share. Fans admired him for never giving up on music, even when life presented challenges. His determination and passion became a source of inspiration for many. But Jermaine's importance goes beyond music. For decades, he has been the voice that defended and supported his family during some of their hardest times. Whether it was standing up for Michael, guiding younger members of the family, or keeping the Jackson legacy alive, Jermaine became a symbol of loyalty and love. That is why this tragic news feels so heavy to his supporters, because Jermaine isn't just another celebrity. To fans, he is family, someone they grew up with, and someone they deeply admire. The heartbreaking confirmation came when reports revealed that Jermaine Jackson has been facing a devastating personal struggle. According to close sources, Jermaine has been battling a sudden and serious health scare that has left him physically weak and emotionally drained. For a man who has always appeared strong and full of life, this news felt like a heavy blow, not only to his family, but also to millions of fans who look up to him. It is said that this health issue had been quietly developing for some time, but only now has the truth come to light, and the confirmation has left everyone in deep sorrow. What makes this even more painful is the way Jermaine himself has handled it. Despite the difficulty, he has shown incredible courage, keeping much of his struggle private and not wanting to worry those who care about him. But now, as the reality can no longer be hidden, the world is beginning to understand the depth of what he is going through. For many fans, the news is overwhelming. Seeing a man who has given so much joy to others now suffering in silence has created a wave of sadness that words can hardly describe. The media has already begun covering the story, and messages from friends, musicians, and admirers have been pouring in. Some recall how Jermaine was always the one to hold others together, and now the heartbreaking truth is that he is the one in need of strength and prayers. The tragic confirmation has shaken people everywhere, reminding them that even the strongest figures can face battles that are hidden from the public eye. The Jackson family has always been in the public eye, but behind the fame and the headlines, they remain a family that deeply loves and protects one another. News of Jermaine's tragic struggle has shaken them to the core, His brothers and sisters, who once shared stages and lifelong memories with him, are now rallying around to offer their full support. For them, this is not about music or fame. It is about standing by a brother who has carried so much for so long. Sources close to the family have shared that Jermaine's siblings have been making every effort to be there for him during this heartbreaking time. They have visited him, spoken with him daily, and surrounded him with love. It is said that his children, who adore him dearly, have also been by his side, reminding him that he is not. For the Jacksons, who have endured both triumphs and tragedies in the public eye, this moment is another reminder of how important family truly is. Even extended relatives have stepped forward, expressing their prayers and encouragement. Many have recalled how Jermaine himself was the one who often defended Michael during difficult years, how he was always ready to speak up for the family name when others could not. Now the roles have reversed. Jermaine is the one who needs that same strength, and his loved ones are determined to give it back to him. This united front has also touched fans around the world. Seeing the Jackson family, despite their own challenges and history, come together with such love for Jermaine has reminded everyone that behind the music and the fame, they are human beings bound by unbreakable family ties. It is in these moments of sorrow that their love shines the brightest. The Jackson family has faced countless storms under the public eye, but nothing could truly prepare them for the painful news about Jermaine. For them, this tragedy is not just a headline, it is the suffering of a beloved brother, father, and uncle. The confirmation of Jermaine's struggle has left the family devastated, yet it has also reminded them of the unshakable bond that ties them together. In moments like these, fame and music fade into the background, and all that matters is standing shoulder to shoulder as a family. His brothers have reportedly been among the first to show their support. They remember the countless years of traveling, performing, and sharing stages with Jermaine, and now those memories fuel their determination to be by his side. They have been making private visits, encouraging him, and letting him know that he is not alone in this painful chapter of his life. For them, Jermaine is not only a bandmate, but also a brother who has always carried his share of the family's burdens, and now it is their turn to help carry his. Jermaine's sisters have also stepped in with love and care. Those who know the family personally say that the sisters have been especially protective, making sure he feels comforted, prayed for, and supported in every possible way. They are constantly checking in on him, sending him words of encouragement, and reminding him of the strength that runs through the Jackson bloodline. Their compassion reflects the softer side of family that the world often sees only through the lens of music and fame. Perhaps the most moving part of this tragedy has been the response of Jermaine's children. To them, he is not just the legendary singer the world admires, he is their father, their guide, and their protector. Reports say they have hardly left his side, spending long hours with him, talking, praying, and simply being present. Their love has become his greatest source of strength, and their support is proof that even in his weakest moments, Jermaine is still deeply cherished. The extended Jackson family has also come together. Cousins, nieces, and nephews have spoken about how much Jermaine has always meant to them, recalling the way he has supported family events and always carried himself with quiet dignity. They believe that now is their time to return that love, and they have been sending him messages, visiting him, and reminding him that he is never alone. What makes this even more emotional is how fans are watching the family unite in such a powerful way. The Jacksons have always been a family admired and followed across the world, but now people are witnessing their love for Jermaine beyond the spotlight. They are not just musicians or public figures in this moment. They are siblings, children, and relatives fighting to keep one of their own uplifted during his darkest hours. For many, this has been a reminder that even though the Jacksons have lived extraordinary lives, their pain and their love are the same as any family's. The reaction from fans around the world has been nothing short of overwhelming. As soon as the tragic news about Jermaine was confirmed, thousands of people took to social media to share their heartbreak. For many, Jermaine is more than a singer. He is part of their childhood, their memories, and their personal journeys through life. To hear that he is suffering has felt like a personal loss, and the outpouring of emotion has been both touching and heartbreaking. On Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, countless fans have been writing messages filled with sadness and love. Some shared stories of how Jermaine's music helped them through difficult times, while others posted old photos and concert clips as a way to honor him. Many admitted openly that they were brought to tears by the news. The sight of grown men and women crying while remembering the voice and presence that had once brought them joy shows just how deeply Jermaine is loved. Around the world, fan clubs have organized virtual gatherings to pray for him and send him strength. Different countries, groups of fans have lit candles, played his songs, and shared memories of concerts where his performances left them inspired. Videos of fans breaking down while speaking about their admiration for him have gone viral, proving that Jermaine's impact is far greater than what charts and awards can ever measure. His music has touched hearts in a way that makes his pain feel personal to millions. For some, this tragic news has also brought back the memory of Michael Jackson's passing, reopening wounds that had never fully healed. Fans have said that it feels unbearable to see another Jackson sibling going through suffering. They describe it as watching history repeat itself in the most painful way. And yet, alongside the tears, there is also an incredible display of unity. Fans comforting one another, sending messages of hope, and reminding Jermaine that the world is standing behind him. When people think of Jermaine Jackson, they remember not only a musician, but also a man whose life has been filled with both triumphs and trials. Born into the legendary Jackson family, Jermaine's journey began in Gary, Indiana, where music became the heartbeat of their household. From a very young age, he stood beside his brothers, forming what would soon become one of the most iconic groups in music history, the Jackson 5. With his bass guitar in hand and his distinct voice harmonizing with Michael and the others, Jermaine helped create a sound that changed the world. As part of the Jackson 5, he experienced the kind of fame most could only dream of. Their songs topped charts, their concerts filled arenas, and their music broke cultural barriers. But with all the success came challenges. Life in the spotlight was not always easy. Yet Jermaine carried himself with grace and determination. Even during moments of family disagreements and career struggles, he never stopped giving his best to the music and to his fans. In the 1980s, Jermaine stepped into his own path as a solo artist. His hits like Do What You Do and Let's Get Serious proved that his talent could stand alone. He poured his emotions into his songs, creating music that carried messages of love, hope, and resilience. Many fans still recall how his music became the soundtrack of their lives during those years. It was Jermaine's ability to sing with both strength and tenderness that made his work unforgettable. But beyond music, Jermaine's life has been marked by his loyalty to his family. He was always there to defend Michael when criticism surrounded him, speaking with passion and conviction about his brother's true heart. He often reminded the world that behind the fame, the Jacksons were a family of human beings who loved each other deeply. That same loyalty extended to his children, as Jermaine became a guiding presence in their lives, teaching them values of perseverance, respect, and love. Friends and family close to Jermaine have shared how, despite his pain, he continues to speak with gratitude for the blessings in his life. He has expressed love for his children, appreciation for his supporters, and faith that better days can come. This attitude has inspired many, showing that Jermaine is still the same strong soul he has always been, someone who refuses to give in to despair. His story is becoming not only one of sorrow, but also one of courage that others can learn from. Fans have also been deeply moved by this reminder of resilience. Many have said that Jermaine's journey encourages them to stay strong in their own struggles. They see him not only as an entertainer, but as a living example of how to hold on when life becomes unbearable. For countless people, his ability to keep moving forward through tragedy is a symbol of hope. It shows them that if Jermaine can endure so much and still hold on to faith, then they too can find the strength to face their own challenges. In many ways, this tragedy has brought a powerful message to the world that life is fragile, but love and legacy can outlast even the hardest storms. Jermaine's music will continue to play, his memories will continue to inspire, and his name will remain a source of comfort to those who admire him. Though the pain is undeniable, the hope that he has planted in people's hearts is even stronger. And that is something no tragedy can ever take away. As the world takes in the tragic confirmation about Jermaine Jackson, there is a deep silence mixed with sorrow. For fans, this news feels like losing a part of their own lives, because Jermaine has always been more than just a musician. He has been a brother, a father, a friend, and above all, an inspiration. His songs, his voice, and his presence have touched millions of hearts, and that is why this moment feels so heavy. The tears shed by his fans are proof of the love that surrounds him, even in his hardest hours. This tragedy is not the end of Jermaine's story. Instead, it is a reminder of how precious life truly is,